The Greater Lansing Sport and Social Club welcomes you to the most exciting social club in Michigan. Now get ready and hold on to your knee-high socks because you just bought yourself a ticket to the best fun you could possibly have without getting arrested. That's right, you're going to make friends by the hundreds, play co-ed sports like champions while eating and drinking like royalty. Yes! Now welcome to the orientation. So here are some basic rules to follow while playing with the Sport and Social Club. First off, this is not your hit 'em hard, draw blood, go all crazy, in your face sports league! No, we emphasize more the social aspect of our club. So if you're watching this video with other players, take a second to look around at the other players sitting beside you, in front and behind you. Give them a little wink and a smile, because we're all here to make friends and have a great time. Now we do not tolerate any name calling, swearing, trash talk, yo mama jokes, or potty mouths. And if we catch this, you can be sure that you'll get yourself kicked out of here, but only after we call your mom. Hey, we gotta keep the peace and protect all those non-swearing virgins' ears from such unholy filthiness. Just remember, social comes first, before all of your competitive, blood-drawing traits. Got it? Good. The website is the key to all your questions. We are constantly adding more and more cool functions to the site to make it easier for you to navigate and manage your teams. Please spend some time getting acclimated with the site as it will offer you updates on your game schedule, field location and layout, team rankings, new downloadable pictures and videos, and of course, all of our bar specials. You even get a nifty team page where you can see all your teammates and even use the messaging wall to communicate with them. From our website, you can also follow the links to like us on our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Now, why do this? Well, we do like the idea of us looking popular with a crap load of hot friends, but more importantly, we need to communicate some important stuff to you sometimes. So find us, like us, follow us, and enjoy playing with us. Don't worry, we won't bother you with those personal what I ate for breakfast or I had the biggest booger updates. We'll just keep it to the important club stuff. Regarding the weather, Michigan pretty much sucks with the ability to predict what's going to happen next. So we'll do our best to let you know what's going to happen once we figure it out ourselves. So please be patient. No need to call or text us as we will let you know once we cancel a game. We'll post it on Facebook and Twitter, email everybody, and possibly even call the captains. In the event of a rainout, we will attempt to make up the game by adding it to the end of the season, but only if we have the room and ability to do so. Captains. Your captain is taking on the great responsibility to lead your team into victory or defeat. Regardless, it is still a big job because they are the ones to ensure that you are there on time, staying social in attitude and tone, and a bunch of other stuff like recording the final scores online, passing on news and updates to you, your crying shoulder at the bar, making sure you know all the rules, organizing Flip Cup at the bar, we didn't just say that, not losing your clipboard, and making sure you get across the street safely. I think you get the picture. Game shirts. You must wear your game shirt to play and get the drink specials. That's pretty much it. There are no exceptions. Anyone out of uniform will be kicked out, so treat your shirt like an old blankie. Love it, keep it safe, as it's your gateway to the fun times in this club. What about subs? Oh yeah, the sub. If one of your players cannot make a game, as if they had anything else better to do, you can arrange to have a sub, otherwise known as a substitute, to replace your missing player for that game. Your sub does not wear our game shirt, but instead must just check in with the club official before the start of the game. They'll get a wristband. If they don't, they'll only delay your game some more, so be sure to have them check in on time. Regarding other attire, cleats are okay, but must be a part of the shoe. No screw-ons or metal cleats, please. No black marking soles on your tennis shoes on inside courts. And if you happen to be wearing pockets, you are on your own, buddy, as it could rip. It's also advised not to wear your jewelry as it could break, or even worse, it could hurt you. Okay, now that you're nice and relaxed and slightly intoxicated, let's get into the nuts and bolts of the game. Before each game, be sure to stretch out. No, not the wimpy grandma stretching you see on afternoon TV, but more like a pro sports star. Now, if you don't stretch, you will more than likely pull something, because remember, you're not 16 years old anymore, and you probably drink more beer than exercise. Hey, it's not a bad thing, I'm just saying. Stretch out. Refs. Each team will donate one player to be a ref for the game. It's a lot more social and organic if the team refs themselves, plus it gives someone sitting out something to do. Refs can trade off and on during a game, but only in between innings, possession changes, and/or matches. Remember to be loud with your calls, otherwise no one's going to hear ya. You know, that's basic knowledge. Hey captains, please ensure that your entire team understands the rules thoroughly so that they can effectively ref and play. Cheers.
Dodgeball.
Now your game starts promptly on the hour, and we start you off with this countdown. Listen carefully.
Your game begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Now your hour
3,
begins at that
2,
time, and we will continue to impress you with our awesome music mixes for the entire hour. Now near the end of your hour, you will hear a 5-minute warning, and of course, our last song is always going to be the same. Each team must have 6 players with at least 2 females on the court at all times. You will need at least 4 players, which is 2 males and 2 females, to avoid a forfeit. As said before, both teams will supply a referee. The referees stand at the rope on both sides of the court, and referees are there to call out their own players when hit. The ref also acts as the scorekeeper. That's why he or she's holding onto that clipboard. To begin the game, one of the referees will point to each team saying, "Ready?" then saying, "Set," with their hand in the air, followed by "Dodgeball" as they drop their hand. Be sure to be as loud as possible. The hand gesture definitely helps. Remember, for every start of a new round on your first sprint, you must get your entire body back behind the 5-foot marker before making your first throw. The 5-foot line is marked by this cone. After that, you can feel free to run up to the line and wherever else you want within your 30-foot square court. A player must never cross the dividing line, not even to retrieve a ball. You must pretend that the rope is an imaginary wall that you cannot pass. We're going to work on your miming skills. Now, while in the game, try not to step out of bounds. Let the people sitting out retrieve the balls for you. Now, if a ball does go out of bounds, the ball goes back in where it came out. If it's questionable, then just bounce it in from the middle line. Okay, now how to play the game. To eliminate a player, you must hit him or her with a ball or catch a ball he or she throws at you. You can bring one of your teammates back into the game if you catch the opposing player's throw. And keep in mind, for your catch to count, it must not touch anything else before you catch it. This leads us to our next point. The ball becomes dead once it hits something. This goes for the ground, walls, ceiling, a spectator's head. You get the picture. Once it hits something, it is dead after that. So if you are using a ball as a shield, as long as the incoming ball hits your ball shield, you are safe, even if it ricochets into your face. Once a player is hit, the player must quickly move off the sideline for the remainder of the round. The first team to completely eliminate the opposing team wins that round and receives 1 point. Teams are required to switch sides every 10-ish rounds just to switch things up. The team that has the most winning rounds at the end of 1 hour wins the entire match. Now, if your team wins that night, your captain is required to enter the final score online, preferably before they get too intoxicated, and they can do so from their smartphone or from any computer that has internet access. Okay, that's it for the rules. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask us or your captain. Good luck with your first game, cheers to a great season, and thanks so much for playing in the Greater Lansing Sport and Social Club.